when you do something you're not supposed to do, it comes with consequence. Everyone just out there, they're thinking that they're doing the right thing and that has a positive consequence, and they're ignoring the fact that when they do wrong, there's a negative consequence. I have a line that I draw in the sand, and when that is crossed, there needs to be a punishment. And we can't just walk around in life and just enjoy the good times when we're doing right, and then whenever, you know, we're fucking up, we're messing up, we just brush it off the shoulder and we're just like, oh yeah, I'll do better next time. Fuck that shit, all right? My idea, right, is I ran down here, it's already sweaty. We're gonna go in the lake, and we're gonna go for a run. We're gonna set a timer, we're gonna be here around, I don't know, a minute, maybe 2. And then we're gonna go up and we're gonna start running. If you're out there and you're making mistakes all the time, you know why that is? Because you never had any consequence to them. There was never any consequence. And so you went along and just like, yeah, it's all a matter of, oh, I'll just do better next time. And you didn't. You never did, right? You didn't show up on time, and you was like, yeah, I'll do better next time. It happened again. Yeah, I'll do better next time. Yeah, fuck that. And usually I wouldn't document this. This is just stuff I do like outside of documenting this, but I thought I'd just make this video for you guys because this shit is important. Let's do 2 minutes. Oh, fuck it. How about 3 minutes? We're gonna start the timer. Boom, timer set. You're out there in the water. Think about what you did, right? You think about that. You think about that deep and hard. You don't get to look at the timer, right? When you're doing shit like this, you don't get to look at the time. That timer goes off when it goes off. You don't get the luxury to sit there and be like, oh, 30 seconds left. Yeah, fuck that, right? You're a pussy. You can't do that. That's illegal. You set the timer on, and then you look out in the world, out there at the evil that you may have let in. You look at that. You stare right into it. You know, you stare into the abyss. Not so you become the abyss, but just so you know what the fuck it is, right? That's what it is. So now I'm gonna start a timer and go running, all right? No stopping and walking, that's not allowed now. You have to be in constant motion, constant running, all right? Or else it's, I'm running a loop around by the lake. So we're gonna do a loop and then we're gonna go back in the lake. Another fresh dip. You know, a lot of people ask me about how I'm able to stay so consistent. See, the thing is that whenever there's inconsistencies in my life, behavior, code that we live by, training, it does not go unchecked. And that's a key detail. Anyone who talks to you about consistency and doesn't mention this, they're full of shit, by the way, okay? They do not know what they're talking about. They will give you some fucking Notion page with top 10 focus hacks. Fuck that shit, right? And fuck you for trying to, you know, boil this shit down to something that simple like a fucking Notion page to learn consistency. You know how you learn it? This shit, all right? It's not learned through a fucking document, right? It's learned by looking at your own actions and going out there and fixing them. That's how it's learned, okay? And along with all the other stuff I have on the consistency, but this is a key part of it. If it does not go checked, it will happen again, all right? Let's go in, another dip. I'm gonna add a 10-second buffer to get into water. And it's 23 minutes, it's 3 minutes out there. It's not 3 minutes standing around doing fucking, you know, boo-boo dancing, right? Here we go, start, 3:10, boom, let's go. You guys want to know why I'm able to like scream at people to do better? Why I'm able to scream at you guys in the videos to do better? It's all coming from love, right? But also, it's coming from a point of integrity, because I'm furious with myself, right? For this shit, and for when these small mistakes happen, when I'm not on time, when things are not in order, I'm furious with myself, right? And so that allows me to, when I say to someone, do this right now, it gives me leverage in the sense of authority stemming from integrity. I take this shit seriously, right? This standard, whatever standard that is to you, right? Take that shit seriously, because that's the only way you're going to be able to say to someone how you know, that they need to be doing better, you know. When people don't live to the, like, not exactly the same standard, right? But when they're fucking slobs, they're cut out, right? They're out. Boom! Right? They're cut off immediately. So if you can't be ruthless with yourself around that, how can you be ruthless with that shit, right? Without stemming from a point of not doing that yourself. So we're ruthless right now, and that allows us to be ruthless with everyone else. Not mean. This is all stems from love, right? Because we love ourselves, we care for ourselves. And that's why we're doing this stuff, because we want to be better, we want to be excellent. And if you don't do this, you will never be excellent. If you don't look at your own action and be like, hey, I messed up, let's fix this. Let's fix this the proper way. Never. Never think about that. Let's go running, okay? Start the timer. Maybe this is, you know, maybe this looks too extreme to some of you. I'm telling you guys, if you don't show up on time, hey, 10 push-ups. For example, it doesn't have to be you have to go in the lake and run and do this stuff. In my opinion, the only reason I'm doing this in the daylight, right, is because I want to document this for you guys this time. Ideally, I would do this at nighttime, right? At nighttime, maybe even like wake up at 3 a.m. and go and do this and go and then head back. And then set a timer and then have to do that. That's another version, okay? So you can design this type of punishment the way you want or the way you don't want, and that will redeem you. That will redeem you, not entirely. It will never redeem you entirely, but you will be on a better course, and that's the whole point. If you're not on time, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 burpees, whatever it is. If you fuck up badly, hey, jump in the lake, go for the run. Do something, right? Don't put your hand on the stove, right? Don't harm yourself. But, you know, ideally, it would be winter time, me doing this. It would be frozen in the lake like you've seen in the previous video, and I would have to sit there and just soak in even more pain. Don't get me wrong though, it's starting to get colder in the lake, but could be worse. Alright, back in the lake. My timer is on. Remember that music is not allowed. If anything, won by Metallica, but you gotta be present, you know? It's like Fight Club when Tyler puts the acid on the narrator, and the narrator tries to meditate it away and go off to, you know, some fairy tale land in his head. And Tyler slaps him and tells him, listen, you better stick with this pain. This is the pain. Feel it. Be it. Embrace it. Fight Club is full of these great things when it comes to consequence and responsibility, and we have this big ass hill here, but we can't walk. We have to keep running. We have to keep moving. It's extra heavy with these pants on. That's why I chose this outfit too. Right, time is up. I blasted the final lap. It was good. No celebrations. You come into the finish line on this, you don't celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate. What are you gonna celebrate, huh? You got what you deserved. So this is it. Bit of a different video, but I thought I'd just leave you guys on that. Really important stuff here. You set your own lines in life and you enforce those. Remember that rules are only rules if they're enforced, right? So if you're not enforcing rules, you don't have any. And God help you if you don't have any rules for your life. You will be lost at some point. This is it. What we're doing here, this is so important. So go out there, atone for your mistakes, and do better. Be better. Once it's all said and done, you can actually, you can at least have a clean table, at least a clearer conscience when it's all said and done, right? If you go ahead and do this, if you go ahead and do those push-ups, do those burpees, go do those runs, when you know you have something to pay up for. Right, and yeah, I wanted to say this too. You could say something like, yeah, I could have said this like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait until it's winter and then I'm gonna, face the consequences then because the winter is more difficult. Listen, whenever you do something you're not supposed to do, a timer should go off in your head, and that timer, it's a timer that goes down. It starts to tick tock. That should be your signal, right? Something needs to happen. It needs to happen fast. There's not waiting around for months on end to do this shit. One time I forgot the camera, the very camera I'm holding right now. I forgot it when we were playing football down in the field. That had its consequence. I think I made a video about that. I think I jumped in the lake with all clothes on too. So it's not about waiting for the perfect moment. This is about paying up Pay up, motherfuckers. So with that, take care and God bless. Boom.